Hi, my name is Haley Cook and my report is about genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs. My question is, do the benefits of genetically modified organisms truly outweigh the risks associated with them? From this speech, you will learn exactly what a genetically modified organism is, when they were created, and what they are used for. You will also learn about the risks and the benefits associated with genetically modified organisms. To begin, what do consumers think about genetically modified organisms? Well, 59% of consumers have negative opinions about genetically modified organisms. 15% have mixed opinions, 5% have no opinion, 13% are unsure, and 8% have positive opinions about genetically modified organisms. So before you make your opinion about genetically modified organisms, I would like to tell you a little bit about them. A genetically modified organism is an organism whose genetic material has been altered using genetic engineering techniques. This means that in a genetically modified organism, the genes have been altered, added, or transitioned. The first genetically modified molecule was created in 1972 by Paul Berg. So, what are genetically modified organisms used for? Well, they're used for a number of different things. They are the source for genetically modified food. An example of genetically modified food would be corn. Scientists have genetically modified corn to make it more resistant to pests and to weeds. It also grows much faster than regular organic corn. Genetically modified organisms are also used for medical research. An example of this would be through DNA altering. Scientists have discovered how to alter implants and transplants so that recipients are less likely to reject them. Genetically modified organisms are also used in experimental medicine. An example of this would be gene therapy. In gene therapy, genetically modified viruses can deliver genes to the body, which can ultimately cure some diseases. As you can see, genetically modified organisms have many different uses. For this speech, I would like to mostly focus on genetically modified food. Genetically modified food has a great benefit. The greatest benefit would be that it could potentially end world hunger. Genetically modified food grows much faster than regular food, is more resistant to weeds and to pests, and also has a longer shelf life. So ultimately this means that there should be more food available to the world at a cheaper price, which could potentially put an end to world hunger. Although that is a great benefit, there are also risks associated with genetically modified food. Some risks known are that new allergies have been found from genetically modified food. Since the food is new, people aren't used to eating it, they have had allergic reactions. Another risk to genetically modified food is that there are unknown health effects to the human body. Genetically modified food is somewhat new, so there hasn't been much research to find out the long-term effects on the human body from eating genetically modified food. Another risk associated with genetically modified food is that it can cause harm to other organisms. Since genetically modified food isn't natural to the world, it can harm other organisms such as bees or other insects that might eat the genetically modified food. Another risk or downfall associated with genetically modified food is one that is unknown to many people. There is also a cost associated with genetically modified food. Because it's so new, a lot of companies are patenting their genetically modified food, which spikes up the price. So as you can see, there are both advantages and disadvantages to genetically modified food. So in review, genetically modified organisms are organisms that have been altered, deleted, or genes have been added. The benefits of genetically modified organism is that it could potentially end world hunger long term. The risks are that there are new allergies, there are unknown effects to the human body, and it has caused harm to other organisms. So long term, the benefits could definitely outweigh the risks.